This is called a nuclear weapon. This is a real object that exists in this universe. So, a human is a particle. Human particles wiggle and gyrate and meander along the surface of much larger particles called planets, subject to various forces of attraction and repulsion. Sometimes two human particles bump into each other and make a new human particle. Like most particles, they are composed of a hierarchy of subparticles. Humans are made of cells. Cells are made of proteins. Proteins are made of molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons are made of quarks. And quarks are made of something else too. Maybe. Maybe not. And of course, we can zoom out as well, and find that humans are subparticles themselves in much more complex systems. Human particles create family particles. Family particles create community particles. Community particles create society particles. Society particles create civilization particles. Now we can hypothesize the future evolution of these particles to AI particles, interplanetary union particles, galactic empire particles, machine god particles, etc. But whether or not these come to exist remains to be seen, at least from the human branch of progression. For you see, human particles, and all the structures they comprise, are unstable and prone to gradual or spontaneous decay. Communities disband, societies collapse, families break apart. Isn't that right, Dad? And do you know what else is unstable? Uranium-235. Uranium-235 is an interesting isotope. If it is struck by a neutron, there's a good chance it will decay and split into two smaller atoms. It also spits out a few more neutrons, which can hit more uranium, which creates more neutrons, which can hit more uranium, and so on. This is called a nuclear chain reaction. Clever humans may then be able to create devices that can initiate, sustain, and utilize this energy. These devices are either called nuclear reactors or nuclear weapons. Now, when a civilization particle is struck by a nuclear weapon, there's a chance it will release nuclear weapons of its own. This can cause a chain reaction called nuclear war, and it is one of the ways a civilization can decay, splitting into its component parts. In some regions, it collapses all the way down to the atomic level. This is generally considered to be a bad thing. And yet, nuclear weapons are real objects that exist, in abundance, in this universe. And not just on Earth either. Every intelligent life form gets there eventually. Nukes are just particles too, spread throughout every galaxy like a fine dust. Coincidentally, a fine dust is what they'll turn you into. And if you say nuclear, well, maybe you deserve it.